Hello, Toastmaster Victoria. Thank you so much for a fantastic speech. It's very interesting to hear your insights on your year as area director. Victoria's speech project was Lead in Any Situation. The project is to apply the skills needed to successfully lead in a volunteer or other organization. This speech is for the member to share some aspect of his or her experience as a leader and or the impact of the 360-degree evaluation. And I have a few specific thoughts for you and then one comment on something that you asked me to watch for. In this speech, Victoria, I felt that you excelled at describing your experience as area director and the different aspects of it as it went along and what you focused on. And I really liked the ways in which you did this. First of all, audience participation at the beginning to find out who knew what an area director was. You didn't assume that we did. Many of us did. That's great. Some people have been one. That's even better. And I appreciate that you got the audience involved at the very beginning. Then I loved your use of props because it turns out we've used hats many times because not only is it a great metaphor wearing different hats as you do different roles, but they're a perfect prop for real illustration. And we've used them many times in the past, but they are particularly effective on Zoom because Zoom, this is all you got to work with. And there's space for a hat and it fills in that space perfectly. So you had your hats all set up and put them on one at a time. I like the vocabulary you used, especially clubble, club, bubble. What a great word. I think I'll use that, a clubble. Then one area that you may want to work on, you mentioned you're from Latvia. I'm a fabulous country, would love to go there someday when we can all travel again. And you have a charming accent, but every once in a while, I'm not sure that I heard you correctly. There was one phrase where what I heard was in this head, and then I thought, oh, I think she meant to say in this hat. And so that's the only thing that I would say you might want to work on is adjusting, because I wouldn't want you to ever lose the accent. It's fabulous, but make some little adjustments here and there so that we get the word that you really want in English. Then to challenge yourself, what you asked me to listen for was, were there any details that could have been left out or maybe added in? I actually thought you had just the right level of detail for the focus of topic of your speech. So I thought you did great. Thinking back on the hats, and maybe this is more about being a leader than actually the speech delivery, but I wonder, for all of us as learning to be leaders, could there be moments when not only we want to wear many hats, but we want to wear more than one hat at one time? Because you mentioned they told you could have worn the fun hat. I think the challenge for us as leaders is to wear the fun hat at the same time as another hat and have it be fun and be serious at the same time. And I think that's a valid, there it is, exactly like that. That's what I think we should all be aiming for as leaders. And Victoria, I know you will set a stellar example of an intrepid leader who not only wears many hats, but wears them all at once. Thank you, Victoria, for serving as our area director this year. Mr. General Evaluator,